I'm Judith Vivour-Osinaike, the king's daughter, and I live to make my father more popular. Recently, a lawyer based in a city in Nigeria cried out at the alarming rate of divorce cases that were already going to court by January 2020. She estimated that by the end of the year, the divorce rate would have skyrocketed, bearing in mind that these are cases of marriages less than a year. I began to wonder, what could be the result? What could be the reason behind this increase of divorce rates? Is it that we take the institution of marriage with such levity? So I thought to myself, and I'm going to ask you a question. If you had a choice of 3 different companies or organizations that wanted to recruit you, and you had to make up your mind on which company or organization to go for, you would ask yourself some very relevant, important questions, such as, is this particular role fit for me? What are my responsibilities? What are my duties? Does the company have a good structure? Is there a well-structured is it a well-structured organization? You would ask yourself if this kind of job will give you a good work and family life balance. These are some very important questions that you would ask yourself, isn't it? Now, so why then do we lose our minds? Why then do we focus solely on our emotions and close off the tap of our brains and our minds and our ability to think when making decisions about marriage, knowing that getting into marriage is one of the most important decisions that you will ever have to make in your life? When you're choosing that job, you're not going to be asking yourself, oh, what does the building look like? Or do they serve us breakfast for lunch? These are important, but they're not as important in the grand scheme of things to decide which job to take. So also, whether the person looks beautiful or has brown eyes or has a long, curvy, tall, slim, handsome, curvy, bootylicious, all these things are not so relevant in the grand scheme of things. Let us not get into marriages with such levity. Let us focus on asking ourselves questions that really matter in determining who you spend your life with. Watch out, in a couple of weeks' time, we'll release a video on the questions you should be asking yourself before you say I do. Thank you so much for listening. Always remember, God loves you and I love you too. Bye-bye.